Here, what's good cryptocurrency fans out there? Welcome back to the Everything Altcoin channel. Today, we're going to be talking about what is going to be my plan if we're heading into a bear market, as I believe that there's so many new opportunities that's coming up in this market as of right now, new altcoins that have shown to become the next powerhouse of the next cycle. So before we get into talking about all of that, I would like to ask you guys, subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already. We're on the road to 30k subscribers. If you guys want to help out with that, hit that red subscribe button. Don't forget to like the video, comment what you guys think down below and why you guys are down there. Hit that Discord link to join the Discord to continue the crypto conversation we're having daily. And you guys can DM me asking your questions on how does that Patreon group works. As you guys know, we have been getting into some bangers and bear markets. There's still going to be opportunities to get into some bangers of plays, and you guys do not want to miss out on the bear market plays. So when you guys get on Patreon, you guys can look through all the posts we've been making in terms of the plays we've been getting into. I will keep this updated as much as I possibly can, and you guys can find my Essentials to Mastering Tokenomics ebook here. This is going to be important if you guys want to pick out the next gem of your cryptocurrency portfolio. Understand the market cap, FDV, circulating supply, narrative, vesting, supply and demand. All of that is very important to picking out the next gem of your cryptocurrency portfolio. And if all that looks interesting to you guys can sign up on Patreon for the private Discord. Use code recovery2025 to save 40% off your first month. This will help you guys understand the group, get your feet wet, test it out, and see if it's for you guys. Lastly, if you haven't gotten yourself a Tangent wallet to store your cryptocurrency, this is legitimately the best time to actually get yourself a Tangent wallet. Use code everything altcoin, save 10%, and then use the code at the top and get an extra 10% as they stack on each other, so you'll be able to save 20% overall on any of these cards that you guys want. So get yourself a Tangent wallet and let's get right into the video, guys. Honestly, I'm excited if we're going into a bear market. Even if we're not going into a bear market, I'm still excited because that just means we got the plays. We're already positioned, right? But if we're going into a bear market, that means the plays I want to get into are going to be very, very cheap. And this is the time you guys can position yourself to actually reap the benefits of a bear market. Don't be scared of a bear market at all. Sure, there will be short-term pain, but with patience, you'll get long-term gains. So whether we're going into a bear market or not, this is going to be a very important video for you guys, as the landscape of crypto has changed a lot and things in 2026 is going to look very different from the previous cycles, or years, I should say. AI isn't going anywhere. That goes into robotics, that goes into AI agents. RWAs is here. So my focus for next cycle is going to be primarily towards AI, robotics, AI agents, infrastructures for all of those, and RWAs. And I think I'm going to be betting only on one DeFi play. So let's get right into it. Now, I want to say this isn't going to be for your low cap hunters, those that are just looking for low caps. Those are going to be the worst time. Looking for low caps in the bear market is the worst time to do so, because at least 90% of them aren't going to survive the entire bear market. And the ones that do will be very hard to find and will still be very risky. So I'm going to keep it safe just in case we're going into a bear market. These plays are going to get very cheaper, right? I'm not saying to buy them now. I'm just saying do your research on them and see how the landscape is looking for next year. So your first play is Bittensor. You guys should already know Bittensor is looking like it's going to be the absolute juggernaut of AI plays. And you guys can go to my early videos on Bittensor. We talked about this in the teens of prices. So with the bear market, we don't know where this possibly could go, but anything under 300, maybe even 250 is looking like a beautiful price. It is sitting at a $3 billion market cap as of today. All-time high was a year ago, so it is only down 57% from its all-time high of $757. I believe this is going to be one of those that get to that 4-digit price target, right? You guys can see it has the same tokenomics as Bitcoin in terms of the supply, and it has a halving similar to Bitcoin. And the first halving is slated to happen in December. Now, I love this tweet by Barbie True Blue. Most people still have no idea what's happening right now on Bittensor Tau. You guys can stake directly into AI startups called subnets, each building a different layer of intelligence economy. Instead of buying stock in OpenAI or Anthropic, you're staking Tau into the next generation of AI before Wall Street even notices. Each subnet equals a startup, stakers equals early investors, rewards equals revenue share from AI activity. Bitcoin lets you mine digital gold, Bittensor lets you mine intelligence. So yes, I'll be betting on Tau. If we're in a bear market, heading into the bear market, I believe Tau is going to create some beautiful prices. Next is Arrow, which is going to pretty much be my only DeFi play on this list as of right now. That is because I believe Arrow is about to become the powerhouse of DeFi across all chains. overtaken Uniswap. Today, Aero is sitting at 82 cents at a $739 million market cap, FDV of $1.4 billion. All-time high was 11 months ago, so it is down 64% from its all-time high of $2.32. Now, you guys should check out my previous video on Aero, the upgrades that they have made. They're basically combining Aero and Velo into one token with a launchpad mechanism, right? Super chain swaps, allowing you to swap on every chain pretty much. Kind of gasless swaps, but not really. Kind of a new portfolio manager that is going to be right on the MetaDex OS. And lastly, one of the things that they have going is going to be a fund which is going to help buy back Aero from the open market and burn the Aero tokens, creating somewhat of a supply shock, which is going to help stabilize the whole inflation that Aero is going to have. Now, this doesn't go live until Q2 of 2026, so there's a little bit of time to wait for this. Next would be my biggest winner of this cycle, Virtual Protocol. You guys already know it gave me the biggest winner of this cycle, pretty much, of my portfolio, over 100x. From 3 cents to $5. That's crazy gains, right? So right now it is sitting at $1.09 at a market cap of $718 million. You guys scroll down, its all-time high again was $5, which was 11 months ago at the hype of AI agent. Now, Virtual Protocol has continued to evolve the whole year, making itself better and better and better, looking like the launchpad, the important launchpad for AI agents across different chains from Ethereum, Solana, and Base, and possibly more chains to come. And now they're also extending to robotics. We could be looking at a very good play here. Now, Not BoredKid actually put out this tweet asking AIXBT to give it a investment memo about Virtual Protocol. Now, I just want to highlight some of the things that AIXBT has put in this tweet here. The product, Virtual, operates a 3-layer infrastructure, ACP, Agent Commerce Protocol. Now, you guys should already know this. We talked a lot about this on the channel, right? Which is an open standard enabling 17,000 plus AI agents to coordinate, transact, and get paid using ERC8004 for native identity and X402 for payment. This is a rail for AI agent economy. Now, you guys already know how bullish I am on that whole agentic economy. Virtual Protocol is looking like it's going to be one of those players for a blue chip in that AI agent economy. Next, you got the Butler agent, not talked about as much, but it's going to be the universal interface for users to interact with the agent network, handling perpetual trading, swaps, DeFi execution with sub-second settlement through Symphony integration. This is going to be directly in your X inbox. Next, you got the Unicorn Launchpad, which is an evolution of the Genesis Launchpad that they had previously, where a new token launches system replaces the Genesis, right? Featuring automated founders unlock tied to the market cap milestone, no pre-sales, immediate trading, and 5% of new token launches supplied distributed weekly to virtual stakers. As for their additional products, they got the Luna Fund, which is going to be the new launchpad that they got on Base, AI agent launchpad, launching November 11th, already launched already. We're going to be covering that in a whole different video. Seesaw, which is the iOS app collecting real world data for robotics training. As I told you guys, they are getting into robotics. Pudgy AI generates custom Pangu videos via a Butler agent tagging. Now, I'm not too bullish on that one. I thought there was going to be more coming for that, right? Next, you got the eval engine, standardized benchmarks for evaluating AI agents performance. So there's a lot that Virtual Protocol is going to be doing. I do want to see them develop a little bit more on the robotic side, because I am very bullish on robotics, but they got everything going for the AI agents on what I am bullish on. Next is Peaq. Peaq is honestly so undervalued, but I want it to be even cheaper because I can stack up on it at such a discounted price. Now it's under 6 cents, which is beautiful. I kind of want it to come down a little bit more. We'll see if the market plays in our favor in terms of that, right? Market cap of $84 million, FDV of $254 million. Now, I believe the cheaper this gets, the more upside this is going to have going into the next cycle, even in 2026, especially how big robotics is going to be by 2026. Now, you guys should already check out all my videos I've made on robotics and on Peaq. We don't need to get too crazy in depth on this, but its all-time high was 75 cents 11 months ago, so it is down 92% from its all-time highs. Now, we just talked about X402 with a Virtual Protocol and how important that is. Now, Peaq already had X402 going for it. This is going to be helping them with their machine-to-machine payment. And as DeFi Decoder puts in this tweet here, you guys can scroll down a little just to talk about this last point here. This seems to be made for Peaq specifically, as X402 simplifies agent-to-agent transactions, and in Peaq's case, it's going to be machine-to-machine, right? This is going to be very important as we go into that machine economy. Machine economy, agentic economy, they're all going hand in hand. These are all going to be coming up very soon here, next year, even 2027. Like I said, next year, you're going to be seeing a lot of more humanoid robotics. So there's going to be a lot more talks of robotics in general, and AI agents is always going to be around now. Now, as the rise of AI agents get up there, the need for GPU is going to be up there as well. As you guys can see, the next play is going to be Aethir. I believe Aethir is going to be another banger of play that you can stack up on. Now, you had a lot of time to stack up on this one because it really hasn't done much since it came out. As you guys can see, since last year, June 2024, it really hasn't done too much. So there's enough time to actually stack up on some Aethir here, some ATH here at a $319 million market cap, FDV of $893 million. You scroll down, its all-time high was 11 cents. So it is down 82% from this all-time high. Now, with their debt, I'm actually very bullish because the DAT is actually going to be buying a lot of the Aethir ATH off the open market and taking it off the circulating supply for, you know, regular investors not being able to buy it. So that kind of actually adds a deflationary aspect to it too. Not a buyback and burn type of deflationary, but more so just buying off of the open market and putting it in a vault or something, so no one can actually, you know, buy it or anything. And that also helps stabilize the price and the dilution of Aethir going into 2026. This being such a long-term play, that deflationary aspect helps out over time, and this whole bear market is going to give it time to help out, to work into our favor. Next, you got Plume here sitting at 3 cents. Now, I believe this is going to get even more cheaper. As you can see, it is at $94 million market cap at a FDV of $300 million. Now the the vesting didn't even start for this yet. So I believe if the bear market starts, this vesting is going to start over the bear market, right? So that means this Plume might just plummet in price a lot more, but that doesn't change what has been developed for Plume in terms of an infrastructure. So I would say you have enough time to actually look to buy into this. And not financial advice, of course, right? Vesting, I think vesting is going to start within a few months or so for private sales. So some token inflation is going to be coming onto the market here. So its all-time high was 24 cents. So it is down 87% from its all-time high. Now, not telling you put out this tweet here. I actually love this tweet here. I don't care about the price action. Plume is building one of the biggest RWA powered lending ecosystem, and I truly believe the price will catch up. First of all, their growth is incredible with 577 million in TVL, right? 180 plus protocols and a strong institutional backing from Apollo, Ondo, Binance Labs. And if you guys didn't know, the SEC also has partnered with Plume. Plume allows you to borrow against tons of RWAs in real world and real estate, bonds, private credit, while integrating compliance, oracles, and cross-chain liquidity. Now, just look at the market size and where the narrative is going. One, tokenization of 18.9 trillion RWA market, right? RWA tokenization expected to reach $12.5 billion by the end of 2025. RWA collateral includes funds like BlackRock and Hamilton Lane, all built in compliance, perfect for onboarding TradFi. So I'm telling you guys, I think Plume is going to get very cheap. It's going to get cheaper, especially because of the vesting is going to start, right? This gives us enough time, even more time to even wait to even add up into it. As you guys know, I am in the private sale of Plume, so I will be getting the tokens over time as well, but I will be adding to that. Next, we got Kite. Now, Kite is a fairly new one. Its actually vesting schedule doesn't start till next year around this time as well. Next year, November, I think it starts. If I'm not mistaken, someone could correct me in the comment section down below, but it is sitting at 8 cents. Market cap of $152 million, FDV of $845 million. Now it's fairly new, not even a month old. Its all-time high was 13 cents. So nothing too crazy in terms of price action, as you can see there. Now, I think this person's name is Than. We're just gonna say Than, right? Puts out a tweet here. Now, you guys should already know how bullish I am on the agentic economy, machine economy. You guys already seen it with my picks on Plume and Virtual Protocol. Now, this being an actual purposely built for the agentic economy and backed by big players like PayPal and Coinbase makes me very bullish. So Kite, a foundational bet on the agentic AI economy, but can it outrun its own inflation? That is what we just talked about, right? This is why I love this tweet here, right? Kite has just appeared on the market, but has quickly become the focal point thanks to the agentic AI economy narrative, the platform where AI agents can self-activate wallets, authenticate identities, and make payments completely automatically. Although the growth story is very compelling, the technical data and tokenomics reveal much more challenging puzzle. The project has raised $33 million from PayPal Ventures, General Catalyst, and Coinbase Ventures. Testnet attracted over 1 million wallets and issued 17.8 million passports for AI agents. That's huge, right? EVM compatible blockchain, we already know all that. Integration of Coinbase X402 payment standard, that is huge. The majority of the supply is still locked. 82% of 10 billion Kite will be unlocked according to a multi-year schedule, creating continuous selling pressure if there's no true demand from the AI agent ecosystem. Now, this is something that we could talk about, because if, let's say, some people are predicting that 2026 could be a bullish year, so it's going to give us time for us to actually accumulate some Kite before these tokens come out. But at the end of 2026 is pretty much when the vesting really starts. We have to hope that the market is going to be very bullish. If not, then you guys are going to have to wait a little bit longer for Kite, essentially because of the tokenomics. Now, their main catalyst is going to be coming out in early 2026, which is going to be their lunar mainnet, right, where staking, AI commissions, and revenue mechanism starts to operate, right? So this is going to be huge. 2026, they're going to have their mainnet where we could see some decent moves for Kite, right? But this is kind of my plan. These are my altcoins that I kind of want to, well, not kind of, I am going to be stacking on these for the bear market if we're going into a bear market. And if we're not going into the bear market, this could be the time where you guys can also look to, you know, position yourself in some of these for the next year if we're going to have a bullish 2026, of course, right? This whole game is about positioning and patience. Now, if we're in an extended cycle where 2026 could be very bullish for us, that gives us time to actually stack up on these on the lows and position ourselves for a bullish 2026. Now, if 2026 is a bear market, that gives us time to also stack up some USDT, let some inflation come on for this, let these projects get to better prices to allow us to stack up on this. So you always got to have a bullish and bearish plan for the entire market. So that is my plan for you guys. I want to know what you guys think. What is your plan in the comment section down below? And if you guys haven't subscribed already yet, please do so. We're on that road to 30K subscribers, and I'll check you guys later. Peace, YouTube.